coerced inside a hospital, gunfire, and police officers down. What was supposed to be a routine escort turned into a deadly situation in seconds. Report confirms that a suspect already in police custody opened fire inside a hospital in Chicago. The incident happened at a medical facility where officers had taken the suspect for treatment. Suddenly, gunshots rang out. One officer was killed and another is currently fighting for his life. Authorities say the suspects somehow got access to a weapon, even after being searched and under escort. The hospital was placed on lockdown, and the suspect was later captured after trying to escape.
One Chicago police officer has been shot and killed, and another is fighting for his life in critical condition. It was a chaotic scene outside a hospital on Chicago's North Side today. The two male officers were shot inside Swedish Hospital in Lincoln Square around 11 this morning. The suspected gunman, a prisoner who was brought to the hospital for treatment, is now in police custody. We are learning the officer who died is 38 years old. We have team coverage on this tragic and difficult day. Our Victor Jacobo is live in Illinois Masonic, where those officers were transported for treatment. But we begin with Marissa Sulik at Swedish Hospital, where it all unfolded. Marissa.
Dave, we are here outside Swedish Hospital at the corner of Foster and California, where you can see behind me it is still taped off as they continue to investigate. This morning, people all across the north side could hear and see Chicago police cars speeding to Swedish Hospital. That's where dozens of cars packed the perimeter as SWAT teams, the ATF, and Chicago police detectives started to investigate what happened here after 11:30 this morning, according to elected officials.
And when we came out, we saw more and more police cars just coming this way.
Endeavor Health says a person was brought to Swedish Hospital Emergency Department around 9 this morning. They say they have weapon detection protocols, and the person was wanted when they got here and escorted by law enforcement at all times. Law enforcement sources say 2 officers were shot by a prisoner in the hospital who managed to grab a gun and shoot them. Those officers were transported to Illinois Masonic Medical Center in critical condition. As for the shooter, photos show him naked, holding what looks like a hospital gown, running through the neighborhood. SWAT teams then surrounded a home on Winona, and photos show them put the suspect in custody.
We got word of it as it was happening, so we got word out to the neighbors to steer clear of the area.
40th Ward Alderman Andre Vasquez says it was a frightening scene and mourning for people in his jurisdiction. He says he hopes the 2 officers pull through as he continues to learn more details.
We get the information necessary to make sure justice is served, and we have information on what may need to be improved as far as protocol if there were something that may have occurred there that allowed this to happen.
Now, Endeavor Health also adds that no patients or team members were injured during this incident. Live outside Swedish Hospital, Marissa Sulik, CBS News, Chicago. Dave.
Marissa, thank you. Victor Jacobo is live for us outside Illinois Masonic Hospital, where those officers were taken. Victor, what can you tell us?
CPD Superintendent Larry Snelling and Mayor Brandon Johnson spoke to reporters about an hour ago at a news conference. Their main message is for people to pray for the families of these officers in this incident. The 2 officers who were shot at Swedish Hospital were brought here to Illinois Masonic. One died. The other, Superintendent Snelling says, is, quote, fighting for his life. At this news conference, we learned more about these officers. The one who died was 38 years old and a 10-year veteran of CPD. The other, who is injured and again fighting for his life, was a 58-year-old and a 21-year veteran, 57-year-old and a 21-year veteran of the department. Snelling and Johnson both say that officers here in Chicago go to work every day with the risk of entering these dangerous situations. Here's what they said at this news conference.
There's a lot to go through. These are the dangers of policing. This is a very and extremely dangerous profession. But our officers go out there every single day and they do this work knowing that when they go into these environments that they're not safe. But they accept that, and that's the work that they do.
I want to thank our Chicago Police Department for showing up every single day for the people of this city. I want to thank the city of Chicago for putting their arms around our officers. This tragedy and this loss is not only heartbreaking, but it's a constant reminder of why we have to continue to ensure that our police department has the services and resources that they need to effectively do their job.
Now, at this news conference, I did ask Superintendent Snelling if any other officers were with the two that were shot at the time of the incident. He told me it was just those two who were handling the situation at the time. Now, that procession for that fallen officer started here at Illinois Masonic. Dozens of officers and other officials lined up to honor him before he was taken to Cook County Medical Examiner's office. We also want to turn your attention to a live picture of where that procession will eventually end, at the ME's office. Now, when that procession started, the superintendent, before that took off, did a call and response with officers present where he said, quote, "He will never be forgotten." And the officers here who were lined up responded to that and repeated what Snelling said. Now, there's still a lot more to learn. Snelling said that the investigation into everything that unfolded today remains ongoing. Now reporting live outside Illinois Masonic Hospital, Victor Jacobo, CBS News, Chicago.
All right, Victor, thank you.
The Chicago police officer killed in the shooting at Swedish Hospital yesterday has been identified as 38-year-old John Bartholomew. He and another officer were shot by a suspect who was already in custody. While details about exactly what unfolded remain unclear, both the mayor and police superintendent are calling it a tragedy. Dane Placco reports.
I'm sad to say that we've lost another officer in the line of duty, and another officer who's been critically injured.
It happened shortly before 11 Saturday morning inside Endeavor Health Swedish Hospital near Lincoln Square. Two officers from the 17th District were taking a man arrested earlier in the day for robbing a Family Dollar store into the hospital for observation when he somehow got hold of a gun and began shooting.
I can't get too deep into it because it's still under investigation. We have witnesses to talk to, witness statements to gather, video if at all possible. So I won't get too deep into it. We do know that there was a third weapon recovered, so we're doing a full investigation on that right now.
Both officers were rushed to Illinois Masonic Hospital in Lincoln Park, a level 1 trauma center. A 38-year-old officer and 10-year veteran of the department died from his injuries. The second officer, 57 years old and a 21-year CPD vet, was critically injured. The suspect fled the hospital naked and was found by police hiding under a porch a few blocks away, then taken into custody.
Today is a real difficult moment for our city. It's a tragedy. You know, our officers stand in the way of harm every single day, risking their own lives.
Swedish Hospital was put on lockdown for part of the day, issuing a statement saying no patients or hospital personnel were hurt. We are cooperating with law enforcement during their investigation, and our deepest compassion remains with the officers and their families. Officers saluted as the body of their fallen colleague was placed into an ambulance outside the hospital. Then a long line of police cars escorted the officer to the Cook County Medical Examiner's office, where family members gathered for prayers.
I just want to make it clear to people how difficult this job is, the difficulties that officers face on a daily basis, the struggles that their families deal with every single day that they go out and leave their homes, not knowing if their family member is going to return home.
Dane Placco, Fox Chicago.
Endeavor Swedish Hospital says the suspect was screened when he entered the hospital, as is their protocol, but a weapon was not found. Governor J.B. Pritzker released this statement saying Illinois mourns the loss of an officer who was shot and killed at Swedish Hospital. He also said he's grateful for the first responders who were on the ground during the incident. Alderman Deborah Silverstein released this statement saying she is heartbroken by what happened. She also says this devastating loss is a stark reminder of the risks officers face every day to keep our communities safe.
Now, this raises serious questions. How does someone in custody get a gun? How did security fail inside a hospital? Because if this can happen in a controlled environment like this, what does it say about safety? And beyond the headlines, this is a reminder of the risks officers face every single day.
Two Chicago police officers were shot inside a hospital just hours ago, and both of them are fighting for their lives right now. The shooting took place at Endeavor Health Swedish Hospital on the north side of Chicago on Saturday afternoon, sending shockwaves through the entire city. One of the officers was struck in the head. Both officers are currently in critical condition. The hospital was immediately placed on full lockdown, with law enforcement flooding the scene from every direction. Chicago police dispatcher audio captured the chaotic and desperate moments as officers scrambled to respond. Chicago City Council member Andre Vasquez confirmed on Facebook that a suspect has been taken into custody as of Saturday afternoon, but warned the entire surrounding area remains blocked off and urged residents to shelter in place, and share this video, so every American can see what is happening to our officers right now. These two officers showed up to that hospital to serve and protect, and were met with the unthinkable. Endeavor Health confirms the lockdown in an official statement.
So what do you think? Is this a security failure or something deeper? Drop your thoughts in the comments and follow for real breakdowns of the biggest stories happening right now. Thank you for watching. Please do well to subscribe to my channel, like and share.